Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's review of The Amazing Race 12.
Wow.
I didn't even realize it was number 12.
I know, it seems like it just started yesterday. Okay, so.
Last week, Pat and Kate, the married ministers, were eliminated.
9 teams remain in a race around the world. I know, I wish I was going. So they're totally in the Netherlands, Durkendam. And Ron had a hernia. Ow.
Yeah.
That is really scary.
He strained himself while he was riding the bicycle.
It was probably when he was yelling at his daughter, too. So he had to actually get medical attention. And if I was his daughter, you know what I'd say? Suck it up, Dad, you bastard.
I don't know. Hernias are pretty painful.
I know, but you know what? Maybe it was karma. So, Lorena and Jason were the first to leave.
They have to fly to
Ouagdougou.
Ouagdougou. I don't know how to say it. No one else did.
Ouagdougou. And they have to take a taxi to the train station when they get there. So, everybody pretty much met up at the airport.
Yeah, the only team on a different flight was Nate and Jennifer.
Right, they finagled their way on an early flight to Paris, which was like 40 minutes ahead of everybody else's flight. But the worst nightmare happened.
Attention passengers, we are experiencing slight technical difficulties.
Well, they said mechanical difficulty, and it might be a while. So, you know what? I don't care if you're on a freaking race. I don't care if you're on vacation. If I hear that the plane is having mechanical difficulties that they have to fix, I'm off. So, Nate and Jennifer were feeling pretty smart with themselves in Paris when they were sitting on the connecting flight. They were all like, we're pretty good for being the first ones here.
Every other team showed up.
The look on Nate's face was priceless. He was just like,
we're glad you can make it.
Yeah. Wow. Is everyone here? Yeah. Great. Okay, so taxi to the train station, and the driver cheated Jennifer and Shana. I felt bad for them because
he was like laughing at them.
I know, it's so unfair.
Jerk.
So they got to get on a train, and let me tell you, the trains over there are not like Amtrak here. There's flies, and there's stank, and certainly no air conditioning. So yeah, they had to take a train to Bingo, which is basically in the middle of nowhere. But all this previous struggle meant nothing because the ticket office was closed.
Yeah.
So they're all equal again.
Everyone was equal again.
Wow, I hate when that happens because, you know, I really like for there to be no equality.
Well, when they get like a day ahead, okay.
Yeah.
But when it's just like a little while.
I know. That really pisses me off.
It's not like they plan it like that, though.
Well, maybe they do.
Like, sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't.
So, all the teams are equal, and they're waiting around for the ticket office to open, and Grandpa's getting the stars in his eyes.
No!
And you know what? Thank God there's no Viagra on this trip, because he was totally trying to put the game on one of the sisters.
Mariana and Julia.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, they're hot. They're a little bitchy, but...
I could work with that. I could work with that.
No.
Grandpa, they don't want to work with you. No.
They don't want to work with that.
No. So yeah, the train was totally stanky. And plenty of flies, too. So, they all arrive, and it's time for the roadblock. And everybody knows that only one person can do the roadblock.
So this person would have to milk a camel and then drink it.
Glug, glug. And it don't taste like alcohol, either.
I didn't know camels could be milked.
Anything with breasts can be milked.
I'm not even going there.
Meet the parents? Okay, so, yeah, Nate was kind of freaking out, as usual. And Jennifer yells over, "Be gentle, you're handling nipples!" And I'm thinking,
you're an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. But TK was the first to finish.
Of course. He's a freaking hippie, man.
He was like, yeah, man, come on, milk.
Hippies and animals work.
They do.
He was like, yeah, camel.
Give me your milk, camel. Okay, so after you were finished milking and drinking, you had to lead 4 camels along a path to get the next clue. So, all the people who were finished up until that point were following TK.
And they went the wrong way.
You know what? The dude didn't know where he was going.
He's good with animals, but he's not good at leading them.
No. He's not good with directions anyhow. So they all had to turn around and start over, basically. So they were all equal again in the front.
Except for the people that were not
Still
in front.
milking. Yeah, they're still milking it. So Lorena, oh my
Oh,
God.
She was a wreck.
Baby!
There's no more milk, baby!
And the camel didn't like her either.
Okay, there was a
Because he kept
thing
kicking it.
on the clue that said, like, be careful,
Yeah,
because
don't make loud noises.
camels are whatever.
Sensitive.
To animals. To loud noises and, like,
Yeah.
quick movements. So you shouldn't scream right in their ears.
Every time you don't get milk out, you shouldn't be like, ah! Okay, not a good idea. And then Julia, didn't you notice that it wasn't working for Lorena either? And you were like, ah, come on, ah! No, not a good idea, Julia.
It's not making a drop. Not even a drop.
Wow, these people. Ugh.
So then everyone started switching camels.
Right.
And
the ones that were still left
yeah.
milking it.
Like, Azaria.
Right.
He was like, can we switch?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah,
So
go ahead.
it started working out a little bit better, but Julia and Lorena were still working it. And in the meantime, TK and Rachel
arrived at the detour.
Yeah. So it's teach it or learn it.
You either had to teach one child 10 English words, or you would have to learn 10 words in Moray.
Yeah. So it took a while to find the school.
Mm-hmm.
But Azaria and Hendekia found the little kid who brought them there, and then I guess everybody else was, spying, and they made it there. Yeah, where we're going. So pretty much half of them learned it, and half of them taught it.
Yeah, it was a pretty even split.
Pretty split. And it went pretty quick. The notable team, though, was Azaria and Hendekia, because they split up the task, and they each took 5 words.
Duh, that's the smart thing to do.
I wouldn't have thought of that, but that's pretty damn smart.
It's not that bad. Like, that's
So,
hard to think of.
it's starting to rain,
Mm-hmm.
and the camels are getting more upset.
Yeah.
And they're really not giving milk now. And Lorena's like,
She was like getting kicked in the arm, and then she's like, ah, baby!
kept spilling the milk. She was finally getting some milk out, and then the camel kicked it.
That's funny.
And then she's like sitting on the ground and just crying, and he's just like, just milk the camel. You gotta get the milk. So Azaria and Hendekia were the first team to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
And they totally won a trip to Bermuda.
For 2.
Way to go. Those pink sands are pretty hot. So, Lorena, please just get the milk so we can end this shiz already. So she did, finally.
Yeah.
And they were in totally last place behind the sisters.
So then 3 teams came, like, at the exact same time. I forgot who it was. It was, like, grandpa and grandson, and then, like, 2 other teams.
Yeah.
I can't remember who.
But it was the anger management team, because Jennifer was the only rude one that, like, pushed everybody
Yeah,
and
she,
ran
like,
into the
pushed
lady
them
with the
into
baby on her back.
I know. She was
totally
like a reverse
pushed her.
kangaroo.
That kid's gonna have, like, brain damage now because it totally had whiplash.
Biatch.
Yeah, I know. So now, right now, the sisters are neck and neck with Lorena and Jason.
Yep. So they both show up at the detour.
Right. And they are, like, neck in neck.
They're
the
both
editing
doing
was
the learning
insane.
one.
They were like, this way, that way, this room, that room. And
So
then
in the
neck and neck.
meantime, Shana and Jennifer are number 7.
Right. So,
Okay.
and Phil kind of teased us. He was like, you may be eliminated.
Maybe.
Really, Phil?
Maybe.
Jeesh. So, poor Mariana and Julia have been eliminated from the race because the sneaky snakes, Lorena and Jason, snuck in there like a nanosecond before them.
I don't like them. Lorena's so freaking annoying.
Why couldn't it be Lorena and Jason that are eliminated?
It should have been.
They suck.
They went all the way from first place to second to last. Well, now they're in last, but you know.
Well, yeah. Now they're
you
in
know
last
what I
for
mean.
sure. But you know what, kids? Next week, it's all about the dancing skills. I can't wait. And Shana and Jennifer make a crucial decision and piss off all the other teams. Let me guess. They, what's that thing?
Yield?
They yield somebody.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I can't wait to find out on The Amazing Race.
I know.
So, kids, until next week, check it out.
Much
Much
love.
love.